to yet another episode of Metanoia. We shall now be moving on to the village of Jawahar, located at a distance of 180 kilometers from Mumbai and 42 kilometers from Palghar district. One of the oldest municipal councils of Maharashtra, Jawahar is mostly tribal in population, consisting of about 40 tribal clans. It is also known as the Mahabaleshwar of Palghar district, a quaint little tribal hill station in Maharashtra, situated atop the plateau of the Sahyadri mountain ranges in Palghar district of Maharashtra. The place is gifted with exotic valleys, thick rich forests and a pleasant climate filled with greenery soothing our eyes. Paddy fields on either sides of road, dotted with tribal settlements, boast of the scenic village life. The final stretch of the road was through the winding ghats and green forests, and with every climb, the temperature dropped further. It is one of the areas of Maharashtra to receive the highest rainfall throughout the year. But owing to its remote location, it is still quite unexplored and one of the lesser known hill stations of the state. Today, I will be hosted by the Bhore family from Umbarkheda, a small and remote village in Jawahar. A huge family of 10, including Mrs. Kusum Bhore, her husband Mr. Raghu Bhore and their 4 sons, all of them who are married and farmers by tradition. I was welcomed by Kusum and her daughters-in-law, and they reminded me of Namutai and her hospitality. This village has a population of about 200 people, and most of them belong to tribal communities called as Adivasis. Adivasi is a collective term for the tribes of the Indian subcontinent who are considered to be the indigenous people of India. The word itself has been derived from Sanskrit. Adi means earliest and Vasi means inhabitant, literally translating as the original custodians of the land. These people are bilingual and speak the Katkari language, which is a dialect of the Marathi Konkani languages with each other. However, some of them are very well versed in Marathi, and the new generation can speak Hindi as well. As soon as I entered their home, the first striking thing I happened to notice was that every room had around 2 huge massive sacks made of plastic and bamboo. I was curious, for I had never seen anything like that before. Upon closer inspection, I saw that these sacks, also known as kanga, contain grains from the harvest season.
क्या नाम है?
गंगा
गंगा। इसमें भर भर के लेके आएगा ना खेती से। ये कितना साल का भात है इसमें?
4 वर्ष है।
4 वर्ष? 4 वर्ष है।
4 साल का
ये 4 साल के लिए होगा ना, सबके लिए खाने के लिए चावल खाना।
दोन सांग चावल करून आलं, एक लग्नाला एक आम्हाला पावसाळ्याला खाण्यासाठी.
दोन्यांचे असे 2 भरडून आणले, चावल केले दोन्यांचे.
ये सुमा अच्छा है, भर भर के है ना। कितना अच्छा है।
Each of these kangas can hold grains for as long as 2 to 3 years. For teak and bamboo leaves are woven together to cover these sacks and to ward off insects from damaging the harvest and ensuring protection for long periods. In total, Kusum and her family own 6 kangas. Families in this village often practice storing grains in these makeshift granaries because although Javahar receives high rainfall in contrast to other areas of the state, there may be seasons of drought or famine. These granaries serve as a provision to sustain those periods of uncertainty. And another custom is that unlike other farmers who sell off excess of their harvest, people from Javahar do not sell off their stock, for they have bare minimum essentials for which they do not need much money to live. These simple folks mostly rely on the local produce, grains from their harvest, and other livestock products. This is something that I had not seen or heard before. I was eager to learn more about these people and their heritage. This place is home to the famous Wadli tribe, known for their local Wadli painting, and these tribal communities or Adivasis have taken special efforts to preserve their culture and tradition. These tribesmen also consider dance a very important part of their heritage. Marriages, festivals, and harvest season are all occasions for dancing. And luckily, this time too, just like in Mangaon, the villagers enthusiastically agreed to show me their local dance form, also known as the Tarpa dance. The Tarpa dance is the most popular dance form of the Wadli tribe and is often performed in celebration of the harvest in September around Bhadrapad Dwadashi. Up to the festival of Diwali during the moonlit nights just after dinner. It has a tarpa player at the center and the men dance in a circle around him. The tarpa is played in turns by different men and women who entwine their hands, following the tarpa player, turning and moving as he turns, never turning their backs to the tarpa. The villagers believe that the circle formation of the dancers in tarpa resembles the cycle of life itself. The lead dancer of the group taps ground with an ornamented stick called Ghol Kanti in a rhythmic beat. While others hold each other around the waist and wind their way around the musician. The accompanying musical instrument is a locally made indigenous tarpa, which is made out of dried pumpkins or dried gourd and bamboo. The notes of the sound from a tarpa have a deep bass note blending with higher pitched sounds almost like that from a bagpipe. Playing the tarpa is an art and is not an easy task because it takes hard work and practice. It is indeed commendable for the intricate engineering skills passed down hundreds of generations have come together to create a musical magic in a single instrument. Raghu Bore is the last of the surviving tarpa players in this village, and he is unsure if the younger generation have the zest in them to learn the art form. They get no worldly rewards in return, but continue to play the tarpa for pleasure and for keeping the legacy alive for their people. I was asked to join them for the tarpa, and I happily joined the dancing group. In conclusion of the evening, the villagers performed yet another dance called the Garba. the Garba dance of Gujarat, this is also performed during Navratri, involving both men and women who gather and circle around to sing and dance to the rhythm. With that, this wholesome evening is nearing an end. And I couldn't have been happier and more content, for I am surrounded by people like Kusum and her family.